Buenas tardes. Good evening to everybody. This presentation have been, unfortunately, always the same in the last 4 years because we had this problem with the government. So I decided this time to show what really is Ciudad Morazán, and described by one of the first residents, that it's also now, we call her the mayor of the community, Ursula, a great friend. Ursula is not the official representative of Morazán toward the Honduran government. This is my lawyer, Carlos Fortin. But she's full-time dedicated to fix the problem of a community. So the security, maintenance report to her. If there is some infiltration when a big storm arrives, to the small dog that poops and the other guys complain. And
don't forget the chicken that is a dog.
There, yeah. She was explaining about the chicken. So we prefer to go directly with videos, but before I want to say, we have only 20 minutes anyway, but I think there is a lot behind Ciudad Morazán, the Zeta, and the Free Private City anyway. So we asked for a longer space, 1.5 hours tomorrow at the Mama Hotel. We'll start at 5:45 when the presentation here will be over, and will last 1.5 hours, so it will give the time to go to it. And there you will have all the time to ask whatever you want to Ursula, me, Alex, and Joyce also, that is one of the first residents of the place. So let's go to see the video. This is the first. So how do we...
Okay, you can start playing with it, and then it will take you to my Morazán, the place that becomes my home now. If you see, Choloma is a major city that is around about 300 and increasing every day, every moment. People from the inside coming to work in the maquilas. But there is not a program where the increase of these people, it comes with violence. You can see in the video as well that there is garbage. People live wherever they want, whatever they want to do. And some people, we want, when we become fathers and mothers, to have our little ones a different place to live. And this thing, some in Honduras, is called the American dream, because we see it in the movies. But when we see a nice residential area for the middle class, we say, that can be my Honduran dream. And that happened with a lot of people that doesn't want to live beside the street. They want to live in a place that their children can be safely. So even there, sometimes we need to travel from Choloma to San Pedro Sula, like 1 or 2, 3 hours in the traffic. We do it for the best of our kids. If you see the video, going through Morazán, it's inside of Choloma. You will see a lot of things that is not like that. But then you go through this gate and you see what is Morazán. It's a beautiful green walled area where it's affordable for us, where you will see a school that is becoming a dream for a lot of kids that want to learn to speak English like me, when our main language is Spanish, and they can have it in an affordable price. And that word affordable in Honduras is something really hard to get. Then after the school, you will see the units. That we call it units, but for all of us in Morazán, they're our home, our dream come true, where we don't have to lock the doors. And believe me, not locking a door in there is amazingly free, where you don't have to see like somebody will come in the middle of the night. And that it's totally happens sometimes. And then you will see the new building that in Choloma is the first building that is renting. The buildings that we have in Choloma is only 2 floors. This one is 4. And it's an affordable price of $100 a month. For some people working in a maquila that have to send money to their moms or their wife, that's something really affordable. Then we have the new units that what we call it in units is a luxury model. It's not much different from the first one, but there you can feel more expensive. You can feel greater, but at the same price. And then we have the manufacturing area, the industrial area, which in the beginning, the idea was we can work there and be home there in the same area. Unfortunately, it didn't come through like we wanted, but that's the dreams. Sometimes it doesn't come through in the first night, so you go back at the next time and you try to dream better that time. And right now, the warehouse is being rented to a car box company. They store things there, and they're really happy to be in a place that nobody is going to store them or they're going to take their stuff. Then we have the sewage plant. When I explain to my residents, to the people coming in Morazán, what is a sewage plant, they're really, you invest in the sewage. Usually in Choloma, you will see the sewage waters around and the bad smell. It's like, yes, we do. Then you walk around the passages like this one, where you can feel free. Nobody will come in the corner. And then we have the Airbnbs. That is an idea how a unit empty will look like when you have furniture in it. It's, once again, it's affordable. It's something that we can have. And these houses, it returns for a Honduran like me, something that is really unprizable, dignity. Dignity to pay for something that you can pay, you can afford, and nobody will come and take it from you because you're paying for it. Thank you. It's something nice. Even you see this patio, you see, oh, is it a small laundry room? Is this laundry room? And nobody will steal your underwears, you know? And it happens. And that is Morazán for us. It's a dream come true when mostly a lot of Honduras, we didn't know we can dream with being freedom. That's something that we like.
Okay, so you will have. It's clear that we are not Prospera. Prospera is a place for people that want to change the world. They are already usually rich enough to travel. Titus was showing the first slide this morning about the billionaire that were moving around. These can be people that move to Prospera. They will never move to Ciudad Morazán. The second slide, where there were all the people going to the US, this international emigration, but behind that there is national emigration. There is 1.5 billion people in the world that will move in the next 30 years from the countryside to the cities. And the one that goes across the border is just a very small percentage of them. Most of immigration is inside the city. And they come to Choloma to find, in case of Honduras, they find a job, but they find an awful environment. Said that, we cannot compete with the beach, with the golf club, with the diving, but I promise if you want to come to visit us, we'll have a reception as good as the one that the Japanese minister gave to Trump.
This is a day by day in Morazán. And we don't have like a big party, but we
need the sonido. We need the sound here.
Yes.
Esta è la banda dell'escuela. Check the two fatties. This is the reception we will give you, each one of you, if you come from the school. And now we want to show what is the day-to-day living in the community. And again, Ursula will describe some picture and video of the day.
Not only describe the day by day in Morazán that you will see it on pictures, and you will see people playing soccer, and it's something you will see normally in movies, but not in Choloma. In Choloma, you're afraid that some gang member will be across the place or something like that will happen. And I will relate this picture with my experience. I didn't become a mayor like I wanted to be. I'm really happy in it. But I came into Morazán because I want my daughter to learn how to do bicycle where nobody will call my car and break her leg, where I can feel free and mostly peaceful. And that's why I came to Morazán, where I can have water. Believe it or not, some places in Honduras you have water once a day. In Morazán, we have water all the time, 24/7. And believe it or not, that's something priceless. When I tell people you will have water here 24/7, it's like, really, you're not lying to me? No, I'm not lying. So that's why we like Morazán, and it's more like families. We have singles that they're making families around there, but it's more family place that they can come and have birthdays. You know, having a birthday like that, that's my daughter, having a birthday in a park, that's not something that happens in Honduras too. You can have a birthday and you call it fancy if you go to Burger King or McDonald's, but not in a park, because there is no parks where there is no violence. So a house like that where the kids can play, that's also something that is not happening in every place. Maybe in a high residential of managers, but there you have people that every day goes working and they are in peace at their families, they are playing. And also the people from outside, schools from outside, they come inside Morazán to our soccer field because once again, they feel safe. And safety, peacefully, that's freedom. And then the families, when it's really hot, believe me, it's really hot, like here it's cold, there it's hot. And when it's really hot, they can put a pool. And you won't be afraid that the government will call you out because you're putting a pool and you're wasting water. It's not like that. And we have a community essence on like Mother's Day, like that, playing together. And like Massimo said, maybe we're not prosperous, that they're building great things, innovation, but I can assure you, each of our residents know the name of the other one, and they call it family, friends, and they take care of each other. That's my mom, which she didn't want it to be there because she have their own ideas that that's not my place. But
she
now,
was libre, actually. She
yeah.
was libre. Well, Libre is the collectivist party that wants to shut us down.
Yes, and can you believe my two parents, they're socialists, and they're like, that's not good. And both of them go visit Morazán, and one of them live with me. They're in Morazán, and now they say, hey, I was wrong. And it's really not happening all the time that your parents would tell you they're wrong. They're always right.
And now they swear they will never vote Libre again.
So Morazán became this place that, for me as a mayor, when they call me out and say, you want to be a mayor? And I say, hey, why not? I didn't know what is being a mayor, by the way. But who knows what it would be a woman or a man or what father. We go and we learn on the way. But what I like about there, and now that I can say that I'm a libertarian, is that we can open our doors and to someone that doesn't know what is freedom, because they don't have time to dream with freedom. Now they can rest in peace, sleep every night, and sleep with a freedom, peacefully in mind, that next day will be a better day. That they can open a coffee shop like me, because I started with a coffee shop / gossip center, that place that everybody can go and tell, I don't like my boyfriend. I say, okay, I understand. And then, I don't like my girlfriend. I understand, yes. And now is the place that both of them like each other. And you know, right now, we have 25 Morazán babies there because they're happy there. Thank you. And also, we have things that we do during the night. Once again, if you don't know Honduras, during the night, people doesn't go out because you hear gunshots, you think that something happened, or more or less, you cannot see yourselves in the night because there is no lights. So we have
go
things.
with the last video.
So this is a usual town hall meeting that, once again, for us, for a regular, normal person in Honduras, we don't have town hall meetings. We cannot talk to the developer and tell them what is wrong. We don't. We accept whatever they give us. But in these town hall meetings, well, one of the things that comes for that is that the people say, you know, Massimo, we didn't like the leader was here. We want the gossip girl or Ciudad to be here. And I say, me? And they say, yes. And people have their voices. And now that we have, every time that we have that meeting, you know, I am like, they don't have to talk bad at me. They don't have to talk bad about me. I will be fired. Because people can express out their mind. They can be free to say whatever they like. And how much people can say that right now in 2025? That you can say that you don't like something and you won't be punished for that. You won't be punished in Morazán and you will have a better life. Because if you don't like to have a house of 2 units, we can have 3. You will need to pay a price for that, yes. But one thing in life doesn't have a price. But the price of freedom is built with everyone included. Nobody can say, oh, we'll be free one day to another one. No, we work with that every day. And we participate as a community and showing talents. These talents that sometimes it cannot be afforded for people in a maquila, that some kids will dance or will play an instrument. That's not something that it happens a lot of time in Honduras, but it can happen in Morazán. That's the ones that haven't been there. Once again, you won't find anything fancy, but you will have a good meal with a lot of love and, of course, a gossip around there.
And I think there are two things that Morazán demonstrated. The first is that liberty, a light libertarian society, it's actually the best way, especially for the poor, to progress. Most of the people that arrive in Morazán has no idea that it's a Zede. They just see a place, but then they understand. Sometimes they start to read the classic, Rothbard and so, and they become libertarian. And the second thing is that we were actually making money here, so it was sustainable, because charity, I have nothing against charity, but charity is not sustainable. If you invent a business model that makes money, you can grow and people will copy you. So in 221, both the political entity, the Zede itself, the one that charge 5% income tax, is the only tax we have, and has to provide the public service. This entity was getting $70,000 per month of taxes, and the public service were $35,000. So there was a surplus, a fiscal surplus that was supposed to be given back to the taxpayer. And the private side, the company that owns all the land and the real estate and rent it out, we don't sell anything, we just rent, was also making $20,000. That was still very little, but I was negotiating some big contracts. Then, unfortunately, the government left, and these guys come over, and all the industrial tenants went away. And the budget that was $150 million in 3 years that we were going to spend, we could spend until these guys won only 15 million, and we have 400 people now. But if they had allowed us, we already had the money, we would have built a community for 15,000 people with 100,000 square meters of industrial space, 30,000 square meters of offices, and 30,000 of commercial space, plus all the civic building that makes a society, like the church, the stadium, the park, the police station, custom office, etc., etc. So we'll have the answer in 1 month. There will be the new election. I think, compared to last year, that we are in a slightly better situation because everybody hates the current government. So unless they make a massive fraud, they will lose. If this happens, as I expected, that the opposition wins, it doesn't mean that we are out of the wood. We'll have to reach an agreement with them. And I give a 50-50 possibility that we'll reach it. By the way, it's not something that we'll reach, it's Prospera, because Prospera is much bigger than us, and whatever is good for Prospera, it's good for us, and the government will accept an agreement only if it can fix the problem at the same time with us and Prospera. So in this negotiation, we are just spectators, and I seriously hope that Andrei and his colleague will do a good job. But I'll tell you next year. Thanks.
Thank you.